Hi everyone, I wanted to make a video going over the quiz 5 for Calc 1 at University of New Mexico. So the first problem for both quizzes asks you to find dy dx of some function. The function is it's the left and right hand side are both depend on x and may both depend on y. So we have to use implicit differentiation. So if we do that, we see in this first function, we also want to note y is a function of x. So we'll have to consider that. So if we do the derivative of the left-hand side, we have to use the chain rule. So we have cosine of x plus y times 1 plus y prime. And then the derivative on the right, we have to do the chain rule as well. So we have 3 cosine of 3x minus 2 sine of 2x. And then solving for y prime gives us 3 cosine of 3x minus 2 sine of 2x. And then that's going to be minus 1, and only the cosine of 3 times cosine of 3x and minus 2 sine of 2x are going to be divided by cosine of x plus y. Then if we consider the Thursday one, we have a similar problem. We want to find dy dx of y cosine of x equals x squared plus 2y squared. So looking at the left-hand side, we're going to need to use the product rule. So we'll have negative y sine of x plus y prime cosine of x. And then on the right-hand side, we need to use the chain rule. So then 2x plus 4y, and derivative of y is y prime. Y with respect to x is y prime. So then we need to solve for y prime. So then we have y prime of cosine of x minus 4y y prime equals 2x plus y sine of x. So then solving for y prime, we have y prime equals 2x plus y sine of x divided by cosine of x minus 4y. And that is the answer for the Thursday quiz. So now for problem 2, two different problems for the quizzes, but the same type of problem. So it wants you to find the equation of the tangent line at the point to the curve, or find the slope of the point to the curve. So Thursday quiz wanted you just to find the slope. Tuesday quiz wanted you to find the equation of the tangent line. So kind of the hint's important because it makes your life a lot easier. So if we differentiate the Tuesday quiz function, we have 2x plus 2y y prime equals 2. I'll have to use the chain rule here. 2x squared plus 2y squared minus x, and then times the derivative of the inside, which is going to be 4x plus 4y y prime minus 1. So then let's plug in 0 for x and 1/2 for y. So then that gives us, our x is going to disappear on the left, and then 1/2 times 2 is 1, so we have y prime equals 2 times 0 plus 1/2 squared is 1/4 times 2, that's 1/2, minus 0. And then the next one we have 0 plus 2 y prime plus 1. So then 2 and the 1/2, that's going to cancel. And then we can see that we have y prime equals 2y prime plus 1 minus 1, sorry. And then that gives us y prime equals 1. And then using point slope form, y minus y1, which is 1/2, equals x minus then x1, which was 0. So then equals x. So then it gives us that y equals x plus 1/2. And then for the Thursday quiz, it wants us to find the slope, just the slope of this function. So if we differentiate tangent of x plus y, we have secant of x plus y, and then we have to do the chain rule here, so we do the derivative of the inside, times 1 plus y prime, and then derivative of secant is going to be, or this is going to be secant squared, and then derivative of secant is going to be secant x plus y tangent of x plus y times 1, or it's going to be, it was minus y, so it was x minus y tangent of x minus y, and then the derivative of the inside is going to be 1 minus y prime, and then the derivative of the constant, which is the right hand side, is 0. So now let's plug in that point. Plug in pi over 8, x equals pi over 8, and y equals pi over 8. So that gives us secant squared of pi over 4 plus 1 plus y prime plus secant of 0 tangent of 0 1 minus y prime equals 0. So tangent is sine over cosine, which then tangent of 0 would be sine of 0 over cosine of 0, which is just 0. So then this term equals 0. Then we're left with pi over 4 plus 1 plus y prime equals 0. So we could divide both sides by secant squared of pi over 4. And we can only do that because first we have to say, is it 0? Well, secant is 1 over cosine. Cosine of pi over 4 is square root of 2 over 2, so it's not 0, so we can do that. So then we could divide both sides by secant squared of pi over 4 to get 1 plus y prime equals 0, and y prime equals negative 1. And then that's the answer for the Thursday quiz. And the last problem for both quizzes asks you to find you had this equation of motion of some particle. You wanted to sketch the velocity. This was just on the Tuesday. And then determine where the particle is in negative velocity. So first things first, we got to remember that s prime of t, the rate of change of our position, is our velocity. So we need to find s prime of t. So s prime of t is, we just have to do power rule for everything. So 3t squared minus 12t plus 9. So we can do here, if we're graphing it, we want to find the 0. So set it equal to 0, and then we could factor this. So then factoring it, we could pull out a 3 because we'll have t minus 1 and then t minus 3. So then we know we're at 0 at t equals 1 and t equals 3. So then also let's find our vertex. It's going to be where t equals negative b over 2a. So our b is negative 12, so this will give us t equals 12, and then our a is 3, so then b over 6. So then t equals 2. So then let's plug it in. S prime of 2 equals 12 minus 24, that's negative 12, plus 9, that's negative 3. So then we know, graphing this, we have a vertex. We have our two zeros there, 1 and 3. And then we have our vertex right in the middle at 2, which is going to be negative 3. Also, we can plug in 0 and see that s of 0 is going to be 9. So we got this, we got some graph that looks like this. And then this is s prime of t, and this is t. So then this tells us that s prime of t is going to be negative when t is between 1 and 3, which we can see from the graph. And that's all for the quiz. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.